What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Good to see you guys. Welcome back to SELLERAMP Seller Hour. And if you guys are watching pretty quick on the replay, we're also doing a Tuesday night free class this week. Since Prime Day started today, there's a ton of really good sales to take advantage of. So number one, make sure you're sourcing all those. And number two, if you want to see the best ways to source a lot of those, see some kind of high-powered sourcing methods you won't see other places, that kind of thing, we'll see you guys here in 2 hours-ish? Yeah, about 2 hours. So we'll drop the link down below. Make sure you guys are there, and it's going to be a good time. Tons of really good stuff to buy right now. Yeah, and let us know if you guys got any questions as well. Probably be here for 20 to 30 minutes or so.
Yeah, was that beep you or me?
That was me.
You're the oh, okay.
Turning off.
I didn't think everything was on fire or something. Okay, sweet. Yeah, we're going live at 7 p.m. Eastern for that. Right there should be a bit of good time. All things back to school prep and all that. And everything. So we're very excited to hop on for that. Hello to the SellerAmp audience too. We guys tap in with you guys every Tuesday, 4 p.m. Eastern. So any questions y'all got, make sure you put them in the chat today as well. And really since like July 1st with 4th of July sales and then transitioning today being the first of several Prime days this year, going through July 11th, there's a ton of deals going on and everything. So Soccer ND said, what's up, guy? Looking to start FBA this week. Just got all my tools and Amazon account set up. Sounds good, man. Dude, excited to help you out, man. You should totally tap in on the free class tonight as well. It's going to be a very good time, too. And everything at 7 p.m. Eastern. And just a further disclaimer off what Warner said. So it's not going to be anywhere public. There's no recording going to be posted or anything. It's not going to be on YouTube, TikTok, or anything. The only way to get access to it, right, is just registering at the link in the description right there as well. What's up, Teresa? Good to see you.
Teresa?
Any questions y'all got, make sure to let us know here as well.
Good vibes in the profile pic too. Yeah, and with Prime Day here today, the big thing to remember is number one, like really easy stuff to do is make sure like anything you've been in stock on for a while is like nicely priced. Probably time to it's a great couple days stretch to sell out on those, and watch stuff that you're selling really quickly, right? And see if you can start raising prices on it. Kind of make some high price sales as you go out of stock as more people are on the platform. But the bigger opportunity is all the sales that are going on to compete with it, right? So a lot of them are still just like extended 4th of July sales that got a little bit better. But if you go to like Walmart or Walgreens, pretty much any website, you'll see they're all running really big sales to compete with, try to pull people off Amazon. And that obviously creates a lot of opportunity for us.
Well, the interesting thing is Walmart almost never has markdowns, and they do today, which I thought was cool.
They pretty much only do it for like Black Friday and Prime Day competition.
Sure. Yeah, exactly. You know, what's up, T-Guess? So yeah, basically like quite literally every website, typically, you know, like a Memorial Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, most websites, right, will be on sale. Right. But, you know, on Prime Day, literally everything's on sale too.
Yeah. So if you guys have any leads from Walmart or something like that, it's a good day to pop in, like load up, box them, and filter by supplier, or also just filter by like stuff you're selling out on. Nice and quick. A lot of it's going to be profitable today.
Oh, yeah. Right there. Duckman says, Fields of Profit, you've helped me. I appreciate it, bro. Hell yeah.
Man. Appreciate
what are some brands we can source without Ungating in the beginning? Yeah. So Soccer Nerd, like, don't necessarily like see Ungating as like a big obstacle, but at the same time, it is awesome to get some sales under your belt if you do find some brands that are auto ungated. And some examples of that is going to be, honestly, dude, most small brands you've never heard of, right, that have resellers. But tactically, right, stuff like Stafford, Cuddle Duds, Red Heart, Red Wing, all of those are good places to start. Danner, the shoelace brand, and like the boot brand. And then if you storefront stock from there, immediately using SellerAmp, right, you're going to see the other stuff in the catalogs of those sellers, and there's going to be other profitable stuff in there as well.
Yep. What up? Human is the username. What's up? Do you have a sole prop or LLC to work with a distributor? So you're usually going to have to be a real business to do distribution. But based on the question, I'm assuming you're pretty new to Amazon. And it's really easy to make like expensive mistakes, and it's just like a lot harder to get started in wholesale. So you're going to be a lot better off building up some OA revenue and then using those ideas to buy some of those in bulk. Like pretty much all the smartest sellers I know do a good combination of OA and wholesale.
Yep. If you guys have an LLC and just made another one, because I'm Okay, that's not good energy. That Duckman, I would say.
You can't. You're manifesting the ban there or something like that.
Yeah, bro. Come on, that's not good right there. That's not good right there.
Sell stuff that you're allowed to sell, and make sure you're buying from legit sources. You'll be good, Duck.
Yeah.
Let's see. Costa, you said 3 weeks ago you sent a product to Amazon. Still shows up as reserved. Yeah, so it's probably just transferring to the final fulfillment center, basically. And when it gets to that final FC, it's going to be available to ship to customers. Well, if you look on it, you could already buy it from yourself. It'll just have like a really long delivery date usually. And you can see exactly where it is if you just click like the unit count, and it'll like there'll be a drop down shows you if it's like inbound or in transfer and so on.
Bro says I'm selling too good. Yeah, and that's the thing. As long as you're buying stuff with a clean supply chain, you'll be good to go. I think Amazon is going to do really well this year. Sounds good. I like that energy. If I've been deactivated, is it possible to create a new account with the new LLC? I mean, technically, possibly, but by the rules, no. And obviously, I don't want to recommend you break the rules. But figure out why you were deactivated. Is probably, or I guarantee it's either due to a rule that unfortunately you broke, or Amazon thinking you broke a specific rule. Right there, right? So it's important to, look into that and figure out which one of those were and see what Amazon's requesting you, because they are going to give you a path to reactivation.
Yeah, just appeal that as best you can.
Just put up my first few procs yesterday and got my first sales. Damn, that's fire. Okay, that's fast.
Up,
Nelson, good for you, man.
Love to see it. Yeah, good pick. Probably on looks like you're on a cruise ship or something. Good vibes.
That is well up there too.
That or you're stranded in the ocean and we need to come rescue you. I mean, it's one of those two.
One of those two. Okay. Yep. So yeah, Nelson, definitely tune in on the free class tonight too, because we're gonna have a bunch of other sauce for you as well too on that and everything there. Is there a video of you guys showing how to get once you get your products back to them shipped to Amazon? Yeah, so the packing process is actually really easy. We have a bunch of listing and shipment creation videos though that will show you the process too and everything. But the packing part's really easy. The confusing part is like listing and shipping. So let me link a box and tutorial for you on those, and that'll show you the whole process right here. Let's see.
Revelation said one sale. Now you can buy the Lambo. Yeah, exactly. That's how it works. Yeah. The first sale, you get the Lambo. Second sale, you make a buck. You buy the mansion. Or no, you buy the coastal penthouse. That's what you do with your Amazon wealth.
Okay. Yes, sir, right there. Ooh, that's interesting. StreamYard just launched a pop-up here. I'm not going to refer you guys, but StreamYard's a good product right there. That's an interesting thing they just added right there. And I think congrats on boom. One sale, now you can buy that Lambo. Yeah, something like that, bro. Yeah, something like that, man. Indeed there. And tonight we're going to be showing you guys, how to get your first sales, but then significantly more as well in terms of just a lot of free game that we don't really share anywhere else on the live class too as well.
Not stranded. All right, that's good. That's good. Easier to source inventory, not stranded in the ocean. That's for sure. What's up, Guido? I would recommend if you have 2 to 3K to start. Yeah, it's a great starting point for online arbitrage. That's more than a lot of people had when they got going. So yeah, just dig into. You can look at like auto ungated sourcing, and we're gonna be doing some of that on the free class tonight, as well as some other sourcing methods that aren't on YouTube. You already got your Amazon account set up. Yeah, perfect. So I would definitely come pop on the free class with us tonight, Guido. We'll put you on, and then just basically just taking advantage of as many free resources as possible, and start buying stuff from websites. And like I said, we'll show you how to do that here in about an hour and 45 minutes.
Yep, got my spot for the class. Not stranded, LOL. Sweet, sounds good. Yeah, this is gonna be a really good thing. Especially, it's probably the most helpful one all year too, in respect to the getting going with the stuff and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, Guido, it's a good like week to start too with Prime Day sales. Yeah, all of you guys that are kind of on the beginner side. Some weeks not so great for sourcing. You should always just be like practicing that muscle. Sometimes it's not going to be like the highest hourly just based on no sales going on, that kind of thing. Basically, the entirety of the last few days and the next few days with Prime Day competition are going to be really solid days to put in that extra hour. So if you're deciding where to put your time, Netflix or sourcing, maybe you can weigh the wasting time more on a week where there's not so much opportunity.
That's facts right there. Source now for Christmas. I mean, theoretically maybe, but the best money in my opinion is going to be the just worrying about more quick flips and everything. So don't worry about that. Or don't worry about buying and holding. Like that totally works, but it's more of like kind of a mature thing you do once you've been a seller for a while. We're not really a fan of it for beginners right there. Do I really have to start between 1 and 3? Oh, no, definitely not. I mean, we got started just learning for free on YouTube. Now, do we have paid options around those? Yes, if you are interested in that stuff, right? But great place to start is going to be the free class tonight, too. Kiana says, I bought a product from PetSmart 10 units, but I can't ungate it on Amazon by uploading. It's not that you can't, it's just they haven't. And I know it feels bad to get declined, but that's just how Amazon's system works, right? You're typically going to get declined like 5, 10, or even 15 times per brand, which obviously doesn't feel great, but it's just how the system works. And it's something you kind of got to trust and keep going out on.
It's just a natural barrier that protects you from people that don't really put in any effort, basically, at this point.
Yeah. I'm into Amazon for like 3 months and still can't find a good product to sell by myself. Is it okay to hire a VA to help me find profitable items? So the nice thing is that it's not that you can't find a good product. It's that you're actually finding lots of good products. You just haven't been able to make the numbers work from a profitability perspective on them, which comes down to figuring out the 1 or 2 tips and tricks per brand that make the numbers work on different items, right? And everything. So definitely don't think it makes sense to hire a VA this early, although it potentially could, right? And everything, but primarily, right, the playbook is going to be learning the different discounts for these different retailers. And luckily, if you watch our videos, you're going to see a bunch of them. And then if you come to the free class tonight, you're going to learn how to find them all as well. So it's very, very important right there.
Yeah, you've found a lot of good items. Now you just need to know like what coupons and cashback and what sites have like good loyalty rewards programs. Just like always be digging in on extra ways to create profit rather than just like hoping it'll slap you in the face, basically.
Yeah, and so like basically like the big with that, like Warner's saying, is it's really coming down to understanding that each website has 1 or 2 tips and tricks that make the numbers work on it, right? And all you have to be able to do is make the numbers work on as many websites as possible. And some websites, that's just a coupon from a coupon extension. Some websites, they take your tax exempt permit, your reseller certificate, and they do really good discounted gift cards on Cardbear, right? I said, I'll see you guys in the live session later. Appreciate you guys. Excited to get my first sale. Yes, sir, Soccer Nerd. Yes, sir, right there. Yeah, so Revelations unfortunately had to submit Yankee Candle, 70 times and everything. But luckily, it's actually pretty easy to go ahead and do that. You just actually have to just take the time to go ahead and do it and everything right there, which obviously the majority of them will not take that many, but many will on there. So that's not a bad thing at all. Right there. And then the nice thing is that, sure, you might have taken 30 seconds for a month straight to submit that twice a day, 2 segments of 30 seconds, but at the same time, now you get access to thousands of SKUs that for Yankee Candle predominantly really only come from the brand website, right? Which is a very good thing from a profitability perspective, and that it becomes really simple to really start cleaning up on that stuff and everything. Wish it was a new seller right there. Well, it was when you're new. So yeah, and that's the nice thing is ungating gets easier as you go too. Right, but now I'm getting 80. Yeah, boom, exactly, right. And once you do like 2K in sales, a lot of stuff becomes auto-ungated as well too.
You can kind of unlock more stuff as you go. See, Costa was asking about doing UK Amazon or Europe. So we haven't done that specifically, but there are some good opportunities. I know if you can like buy from those marketplaces and sell that stuff on Amazon US. That's like a whole different business model by itself, which is kind of fun. Not something I've seen be extremely scalable, but there's always a ton of different ways to make some money. But yeah, as far as selling on those markets, a little harder than like taking advantage of like Canada, Mexico. You have to actually like have some fulfillment over there, prep center, that kind of thing. But yeah, you're still kind of running a different business.
Good question here from Amir. So do you source from Amazon itself? Yeah, so Amazon to Amazon is totally a thing. Right. Personally, we're not really big fans, or not necessarily. Like, I think it's a great strategy. I'm just not good at it. I think it's riskier for beginners. You have to use a non-prime business account. They could change the rules around that too, as well. So it is a good model. We don't talk about that, though. We'd prefer you buy from retailers, so you only have to compete with other sellers. Because when you're doing Amazon to Amazon, you run the risk of Amazon coming in stock themselves again, or being in stock for a while potentially. So like Amazon to Amazon flips have almost never been profitable or been, not break even for 90 days straight or above. Meanwhile, or Amazon to Amazon flips very frequently on the Keep It charts will have been not profitable at certain points in the past 90 days. Very rarely will you buy an arbitrage product that has sustained history of not being profitable, which is why I like the arbitrage, the more traditional OA model a little bit better. But you can do both, and there's nothing wrong with either. Yeah.
Lots of ways to run it up, especially when you're new. Try a lot of different things. don't spend a ton of time learning all these different things and spinning too many plates at once. But if you really enjoy the process of flipping from Amazon, you want to learn that, then go for it. Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. Yep. Quinn says, day 3 of me being section 3 review. I'm nervous as to check my docs when I will be able to access my account again. Quinn, if you hit me on Discord, I'll send you some resources that'll help out with that too, as well.
Yep.
Yeah, brands don't like it when I dunk on them and get the buy box. They send the brand for that. Yeah, I mean, that's why very rarely do you want to sell listings where you can see the brand openly selling on it and everything,
Yeah, you usually want to be safe about that. It's funny that you're like demolishing them on the buy box, though. Usually you have a hard time winning it. So you got a blessed Amazon account, something like that. That's good vibes. Yeah, and Quinn, you're talking about the section 3. If any of you guys do get that, I heard there was like a wave that went out a couple days ago. Those are just random reviews of random seller accounts, making sure you buy legit stuff. So you'll just upload documents that shows you buy from real websites. I got a good video on YouTube as well. So if you couple of you guys I know are worried about like account health and that kind of thing, lots of good resources for you to follow on YouTube. And just make sure you're buying stuff that's legit. You'll be all good.
Yep. Sweet. Sounds good. So let us know what other questions you guys have. We'll be on for a couple more minutes too. And then we're hopping on in an hour and a half for the free live class as well too, which is going to be a very, very good time digging in on all this stuff here and everything. Let's see.
Yeah.
And then, okay, so taking advantage of Prime Day deals, right? How the heck do you do that, right? When you're a complete beginner, you don't know where to start, right? The best way is going to be just doing the storefront stalking method, right? Not going through random websites and looking through their clearance sections, which would be manual sourcing, right? Storefront stalking is way easier. It's way more simple. Just get started using SellerAmp, right? Looking inside the storefronts of the other sellers you see in our videos that are, arbitrage listings that you can see other folks making money on. It's very hard to sell them profitably. Any advice? Yeah. So they're coming from not online arbitrage. If you're running a KPF search and they're not even close, they could totally be retail arbitrage. They could totally be wholesale. A good way to go ahead and gauge that is look at the buy box statistics on SellerAmp and see the review counts of the other sellers frequently getting buy box. Whether if it's like a lot of people with like 500, 1,000 plus reviews, then it's going to be most likely wholesale sellers. But if it's a bunch of sellers with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 reviews, it's probably a bunch of retail arbitrage sellers, which I think in that case is what that is.
Yeah, you can usually tell, like, I know for specifically some of like the JanSport backpack listings, you'll see there's like 2 or 3 sellers and they'll have like thousands of units in stock. Something like that's almost always going to be a wholesale product. They probably have a relationship like directly with the brand or close to it.
Yep.
Let's see. Do you have to keep sending the same invoice multiple times, or can you send them with some editing? Yeah. So usually I'll like circle things and make it easier for them to understand. Don't edit it in a way that looks like you're trying to mislead them into like the original invoice having information it didn't. Like usually when I edit an invoice, I do it in red text, red highlighting, that kind of thing, so that it's obvious that I'm not trying to like pretend that there was something there originally. It's just kind of clarifying things for them. Circle in the 10 units, that kind of thing. Maybe adding a phone number if they need that.
Yeah, make it easy for them, right? Show them that whole supply chain, order confirmation email, shipping email, delivery email, picture of the product, picture of the shipping label as well, right? The credit card statement too. All those make a lot of sense. I got an hour a day to source for now. What do you think I should do to maximize my time? Also having trouble finding good storefronts. Yeah, start out on the winning products you see in our videos. Predominantly in our videos, we're doing storefront stalking, which very nicely validates that those are good storefronts, right? But typically, as long as you're starting out on products you see in our videos, or even just products from the brands you see in our videos, you actually are looking at good stuff. You just don't yet know the right discounts to make those items profitable and everything. Yep.
Yeah, Kev, the other thing before you do storefront stalking, spend like 5 minutes figuring out what's cheap that day. Like you say you have an hour a day to source, you probably have some other time you're on your phone. So spend 5 or 10 minutes of that phone time loading up a bunch of popular websites, see what sales are going on. And then when you do get that computer, that hour at the computer, you already know like what brands are probably a little bit cheaper today. What websites you can focus on. Let's say you go to Vitacost and you see there's a big sale at Vitacost. All right, I'm just going to load up a Vitacost brand item because you know that they're obviously sourcing that brand and other brands that Vitacost sells too. And then you're going to rip through that storefront a lot more efficiently.
Boom, boom. Right there. Yep. And yeah, guys, too. So along with like Warner was saying, right, a big thing that's really helpful for that is running Keep a Product Finder searches too. And we don't really talk about that in our content, but as a live stream exclusive, if you do want access to that free game, we break down how KPF works. Take a look at the link in the description. I just put it in the chat too for the free class here. And we'll see you guys in an hour and 35 minutes for that. It is not going to be publicly available on YouTube. The only way to get access to it is to go ahead and put in your information and register right there. So we're super excited to tap in with y'all, and we'll get after it and see you guys in a little bit. Hour and 35 minutes right there, 7 p.m. Eastern, free live back to school class, getting y'all ready for that whole process. Let's get it, guys.
Absolutely. See you guys soon.
All right. See y'all in a little bit.